Moving on now to cervical extension rotation syndrome. We're going to see a lot of similarities here, just an added rotation component to the cervical extension syndrome treatment. Number one, correct any posture, functional activities, support the upper extremities for any daily tasks that are regularly going on for the patient, particularly when they seem to be the ones impacting the patient. So if the patient is regularly holding their phone between their ear and their shoulder, that might be something where we're looking at working with the patient to get a headset. If they sleep with their side or on their side and their head's cocked to one side and it really irritates the neck, maybe we have to find a way to get the patient where their neck is in a more neutral position and feels a little bit better. We want to address any scapular movement impairments, such as anything with the scapula potentially being downwardly rotated or depressed, as it's possible that some of the muscles from the scapular region can have an impact on the spine, such as if the scapula is depressed and downwardly rotated, the lengthened upper trap will add compression to the cervical spine, causing further irritation and alter the movement. And then we see a few exercises here that we're going to go through that are specific to the cervical extension rotation syndrome, and then definitely want to include the exercises from cervical extension syndrome. So these specific exercises here, we'll start with supine cervical rotation. So you'll have the patient just perform a slight chin tuck and then rotate their cervical spine to one side as far as they can and then come back to neutral, all while focusing on maintaining a single plane of motion. So you want to imagine that there's an axis going through the top of the head along the spine, and the head has to pivot right around that. We're not seeing any coupled side bending with that rotation or extension. Then we'll have facing the wall with the arms supported. The patient will hold their arms at about 90 degrees of flexion, and then they will form a slight chin tuck and rotate their head side to side. I'd go to one side and back to neutral for the number of repetitions and then repeat on the other side, all while maintaining, again, that same single plane of motion with that axis going through the vertex of the head. And then finally, we'll have the quadruped position, and we'll have the patient perform chin tuck with that same rotation through the vertex of the head, allowing only one plane of motion. So the exercises from cervical extension syndrome will take care of any of the components in the cervical extension rotation syndrome for that sagittal plane. And then this is going to be more anything rotation based for these three exercises. But it'll help to dissociate extension and rotation occurring simultaneously, and also any possible coupled side bend as well.